Hello and welcome to our channel again. Today we have another vehicle which is Mercedes Benz with the chassis W177 and with the 1.5 diesel engine, and it's A-class A-class A180d or A180d. The vehicle has come to our garage with the symptom that the fuel gauge is not working. So the repair was done, so let me show you the repair. So the repair was carried out on this vehicle, and so I'm going to show you that it's in steel. This components are still in the boot, so the fuel rail was changed, and also let me what else is here. So the high pressure pump was changed, and also the, as you can see, injectors were changed. So the customer is complaining that so since this task was carried out, then for a few days the fuel gauge was working on the dashboard, and then after approximately 3-4 days the fuel gauge left working, or it's not working. So let me if I turn the ignition on, so as you can see the ignition is on, but here the fuel level is not showing on, but there is still fuel in the fuel tank. When I asked yesterday, this car was brought yesterday to the garage, so when I asked yesterday the customer, and he told that there is approximately 15 to 20 liters of diesel in the fuel tank. So I'm going to start the vehicle and see. So I'm going to start the vehicle. So I have started the vehicle, but as you can see, engine is running. Let me close the door. So engine is running, but the fuel gauge is not showing any quantity of fuel in the fuel tank. So I'm going to connect the scanner to the vehicle, and let's scan the vehicle and see that what fault code can the scanner give to us. Okay, I have connected battery charger to the battery to retain about 12 volts voltage of the battery. So now I'm going to scan the vehicle. So let's start. And also I'm going to turn the ignition on. Ignition is on. And okay, the scanner is connected to the vehicle. Now I'm going to scan the vehicle. Okay, as you can see in the FSCU control module for fuel pump, there are two fault codes. Okay, the scanning procedure has completed 100%. So if we scroll down here, if you can see that FSCU control module for fuel pump, so we are going to check this fault code. So there are fault code, four fault codes in this module as well, but anyway, the customer said, so I'm not going to investigate this fault code which is in the main ECU of the engine. So he says that I'm going to rectify the fuel gauge because I'm going to sell the vehicle. So anyway, we are going to act according to the customer advice. So today our focus is on this FSCU dash control module for fuel pump. So I'm going to check this and see. Okay, P046200 current unstored. It says component B41 or fuel tank fuel level indicator fuel level sensor left has a short circuit to ground. And this one, the second one, is this one is for the B210D00. This is for the air conditioning system. So our focus is on the first fault code, which is P046200, and so we are going to investigate this one too. So by the way, I have to mention, because the customer told me while I was replacing, or the garage while the garage was replacing the high pressure pump injectors and fuel rail, so they also removed the fuel tank and clean that up. So this is the fault code. So the next step is that I'm going to find the fuel pump location, because so far when I dealt with the vehicle, so some approximately 90% vehicle has access from inside to the fuel pump, but unfortunately I'm going to show you this one. There is no access from the inside to the fuel pump. So I think the fuel tank must be brought down, and then you will have access to the fuel pump or the fuel gauge or the sensor or the fuel level measuring sensor. If I show you here, as you can see, there is no access to the fuel pump. So if I bring you here, so let empty this thing. Okay, this is here. Here is a round cover, but I don't think there will be access underneath of this, because when I look at it, this area is not touched by the previous mechanic, so it means that the access is from the bottom. So you will have to bring the fuel tank down at some space, or approximately 15 to 20 centimeter, and then you will have access to the connector. But if you want to remove the fuel pump, so you will have, I think you will have to bring the fuel tank first down. So anyway, now I'm going to put the vehicle on the ramp and check from underneath, so see how can we get access to the fuel pump wiring connector. This is the wiring diagram for the fuel pump. As you can see, it's marked M12, and if I take you to the detail here, M12, this is M12. It's marked fuel pump, and also A107 fuel pump control module. So this is A107 is fuel pump control module, and M12 is the fuel pump itself. If I take you to the wiring diagram, this is, as you can see, this is the fuel pump control module, and this is the fuel pump itself. But as you can see, it has 4 wires or 4 connectors at the fuel pump, which is wrong. So if I show you here, so the connector, this is connector of the fuel pump, it actually got 6 wires, as you can see. So it got 6 pins or 6 wires connected to the fuel pump, as you can see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here in the wiring diagram, it says 4 wires. So this one, the wiring diagram on the O2 data is wrong. This O2 data is used in United. This wiring diagram is used in O2 data, sorry, not wiring diagram. This O2 data is used in the United Kingdom. So this is not helpful. Okay, now I'm going to raise the vehicle on the ramp and check that the route of the wiring harness to the fuel pump itself. Okay, I have Raise the vehicle, and this is fuel tank here, as you can see, and this is fuel filter. So it's car. Let me. Oh, I found. I think. Let me trace this wire. This wire. This wire. That should be the. That should be the fuel pump wiring harness. So this one, oh my God, look at that, look at that, look at that. Let me mount the look at that. It's completely melted. Look. So let me do that. So because the scanner was saying that it's short to ground, so if you can see, that's completely melted. It was touching the exhaust and it's completely melted here. That's here, and it says where it has gone. Okay, I think so. I'm going to remove this panel and then see where this wiring harness connected to. And also I think I was right, because you need to bring the fuel tank down or maneuver it downward, and then you will have access to the connector, to the fuel pump connector. Okay, as you can see, this wire is connected. Is connected here. This is the connector I'm going to remove. This is the fuel pump module. This one. And, as you can see, this is connected here. Okay, as you can see, I have removed the module connector here. This is connector. Let me show you. This is connector. And this is connected to the fuel pump. So let me see how many wires are there. So I'm going to check how many wires. There. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires. So now I'm going to repair this wire. So let me bring that here. If I'm going to bring that to a better view, if I can bring that here to a better view. Okay, now you will be able to see more. This is the wire, the wire insulation cover is melted, then the wire are both melted. As you can see, the wire strands can be seen. It's also melted, so I'm going to repair that and see if the fuel gauge can work. Okay, as you can see, these two wires are stuck together, so I'm going to split them, and fortunately, luckily, so this wire are safe, which is the ground and power wire to the fuel pump, and also one side which is going to be the right side fuel level sensor wire, so they are safe. The only problem is with this one, as you can see, they are stuck together, so I'm going to rectify it or put a new piece of wire, same gauge wire, and then check that again if we have the fuel gauge working. Actually, it's 3 wires that melted to each other. So as you can see here, this is actually 3 wires melted to each other. So 2 from the left hand side fuel level sensor, and the other is from the right one. So actually these are 3 wires that melted to each other. Okay, I have repaired the wiring loom or harness, as you can see, and now I'm going to connect that to the fuel pump module, this wire. This is the port number. So, and put this everything back together, and then see if the fuel gauge worked. Okay, this is the wiring harness. This one I have routed behind this heat shield, and then fastened here not to hang down. So I have reduced the risk of touching the exhaust approximately to 98% or 100%, and I'm not sure what's this. This is a earth wire connected to the heat shield. So now I'm going to bring the vehicle down and see if the fuel gauge works. Okay. Okay, let's check it now. So turn ignition on. Look at the fuel gauge working. That's good. So now I'm going to clear all fault codes, and so that was another fix by Stanhope Auto Repair Center. So okay, these are the fault codes. I'm going to delete all of them. So quick erase. Okay, only this 2 fault code did not clear out, so the rest all fault codes cleared out. As you can see, fuel pump, FSCU, dash control module for fuel pump, this is cleared out. So I'm going to start the vehicle. So thanks for watching.